Petit Roc Solo Association, man, established 1977. Peace.
So today we have the pleasure of interviewing a very good friend of mine, the lights ball on his arm. His name is DJ Roc Solo. And I had the pleasure of meeting him. Yeah, brother, thank you. I had the pleasure of meeting him while I was doing my Get Your Groove on Sunday events at Gaslight at the Meatpacking District. He was introduced to me, came on as a guest DJ. He was known for being rap, reggae, and Spanish DJ.
House.
And which other? Like house?
Yeah.
Like house music.
Like
and
the
then
90s house.
when he started coming to our events, he was really digging the vibe, he was digging the music. He asked me if he would be able to DJ one day, because we were starting to let guest DJs come in. And I asked him, what is it that you play? And are you willing to play this stuff for us? And long story short, the guy's a phenomenal DJ, bro. Listens to the crowd, listens to the people. He's not biased to music. You have DJs that just want to play what they want to play. This is not Rob's MO. He listens to the people. Every time he got on, everybody got up and danced. So if you're really seriously looking for a DJ for any theme, 70s, 80s, 60s, 90s, this is the guy you're going to want to hire, and he'll give you his information.
You have like an email or something?
Email is robertayola@yahoo.com, or you can contact me on my phone number, 917-327-3860.
Yep,
And that's men and boys? I'm sorry, men.
Sorry, Rob.
That's all right.
Sorry, excuse him. That's after the first drink.
He's throwing his number out.
But seriously, I know personally people that have hired him through me, and they said, thank you so much for introducing yourself. So anyway, let's get going. So Rob, I'll start off a questionnaire with you, man. And,
Sure.
I want to say thank you for always being there for me. Always, bro.
Anytime.
Never, ever turned me down on any of my events. And Halloween, he's going to be DJing for us as well. So Rob, how did your musical career start, bro?
I started making beats in the 90s due to a friend of mine, Eugene Donahue. He started to rap. So we went to Canal Street and bought an amplifier, 2 speakers, and a 12-second sampler. And I started sampling things, learned from there. But I didn't get started DJing until 2018, not 18, 2012. That's when I started DJing. This ex-mutual friend of mine had the equipment. I said I want to learn. So I started messing around with house music. From there, I was doing party at this bar backstage. All we was doing, playing house music. The first event went right, but after a while, people was getting tired of the same constant beat. So I started changing it up, playing hip hop. I played around, and then from there, it just went on.
But I remember seeing pictures of you. At one point, were you Rastafarian, or were you just the look of it?
One of my good friends died the same day my grandmother died. So I made a promise not to cut my hair.
Because I remember you had long dreads.
Yeah, long dreads.
Very long
I just
dreads.
don't even. I can't see you with dreads.
Down to the
long dreads.
You sure it wasn't a mop?
Yeah. One of the
down to it was down to the floor. So I didn't cut my hair for like 16 years.
Wow,
So let me
16
ask
years.
you, when you started DJing, you had your dreads?
No.
You did not? Okay. Because for some reason I thought, not that you were a Rasta, but I thought that the whole look went with the way you DJed and you were playing Rasta beats and
Yeah,
stuff
well,
like that. You were not.
No,
Okay.
I try to play all types of music because sometimes playing the same category of music, it gets boring. People get bored of it. So you try to change it up a little bit to keep the crowd moving.
So as a DJ, do you mind being called a DJ or a musical technician? Because you're a DJ, Rob.
Yeah, DJ is simpler.
So as a DJ in today's market, right? hanging out with guys like me, you heard about the way we used to do it back then. And it obviously was vinyl and, and we knew what to play because everybody was into the same stuff. Where today you go to a party and you have a genre of people, you're different, people. So how do you, accommodate everyone that wants to hear something?
I time the music when I play.
According
In the first 2 hours is always slow. So you play your little hits there, and then that's how you build up the crowd. Then after a certain time, you just hit them with everything. Try to keep the people moving. You can't play all your good stuff early.
You have to
you have to fill out the crowd.
Yeah,
you got some DJs that play all the good stuff in the beginning, and then by the end of the night, they have nothing to play. So I try to time the music.
At the end of the night, I think when at least when me growing up going to the clubs, at the end of the night, that's where the best music is at. That's why we would stay in the club 4 or 5 because at 4 or 5, and then they start going, this is the last beat, and try to get people just okay. You could dance one more time, but you gotta go.
Yeah. But you gotta want them to come back. You want them to go home. Damn, this dude really brought me back to a certain stage in my life. And that's what I try to do.
But I also know DJs that they started off really slow because they figured, half the people are here. I'm going to start it off slow. But they don't take consideration that even the half the people that are there at the beginning might have to leave early for whatever reason. So are you one of those DJs that say, I'm going to wait till it really gets crowded? Or do you accommodate everyone from the beginning?
No, you try to accommodate. You can play slow stuff, but it depends on the music. It's always on the music that you play because you got a lot of great slow music and then you could just build it up. But I don't know. I go according to the crowd.
But how do you feel about taking requests? Because I know, listen, let me give you the answer first and then I'm going to give you the question. Because I know that if you wouldn't have listened or paid attention to what we requested, I wouldn't have been able to use you because of the themes of my party. I said, well, let me hear what you got. We got together. He was coming to my events once in a while. He loved the vibe of the loft style vibe that we had. And I said to him, would you be willing to play the stuff that we like to listen to? Because our parties have a theme, and according to the theme, you would have to play what we want to listen to. And he said, of course. I sent him a playlist.
Gave him 30 songs.
We gave him like 30
songs. He said, I only want you to play 4 or 5.
Yeah, I gave him literally like 30 or 40 songs, and believe it or not, man, he played all of them. He did the right thing with what he played for us, and then he threw us with his own shit up to 80s stuff. He figured that everybody there was of age, my age, and he threw on stuff that was commercial that we all loved. And every time he played, everybody got up and danced. No one ever sat down. Everyone would say, yo, who's that DJ? Who's that? And I was like, yo, that's my man, DJ Roc Solo. And, history, 2 years later, he's been playing pretty much for 99.5% of my events. He's my personal DJ, gratefully so, and I'm happy that I have him. So what got you to start DJing?
I
your first gigs? Do you remember what made you say, you know what, this is what I'm
my first gigs, I used to do hooky parties at my mom's house. But my friends used to come over and play. But one time we had broke into one of my friends' house in Brooklyn because he had DJ equipment.
Does he know that you?
Well, he knew afterwards when he got home. So I was playing, with his stuff, even though I was playing basically the same record over and over. But I always wanted to learn, but I couldn't afford the turntables or the equipment. But I learned late. So in 2012, a friend of mine had extra equipment. He said, you can use this. Eventually, I bought a 2 CD changer with a mixer and 2 speakers, and then started mixing house music. And I've been doing it since.
Don't feel bad, man, because in '77, we didn't have that many DJs either, and we had a blackout, and lo and behold, we had
Everybody had
we had
equipment.
a DJ and MC all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And nobody knows. As a matter of fact, I don't think I ever said this in any of my interviews that I started off with DJing. It was DJ Store and Crew, and I did a few parties. I had my boy Baby at the time. Baby, he was younger than me at the time. He was like 15, but he had loot, the street hustle game. Well, this kid brought the surf in Vegas, the turntables. I was living in the projects, dude. We couldn't even bring it into my house. In the hallway, we had to leave the speakers in the crates of songs. And I started DJing because of this kid Baby from the South Side. And I remember also, you had to take 15 people with you to the party to carry your shit.
I used to borrow my uncle's speakers because he had like 2 towers of speakers with 4 10-inch speakers, and he used to sound loud. So we was doing a party.
House speakers?
No, he wasn't house speakers. It was he had it set up with some leather on the outside, some pimped out plush thing that he had, and I had borrowed the speakers to do a party, and we doing the party, and fight broke out, and we had to leave the house. So my other friend was like, "Yo, let's take it to my house." So you see a whole bunch of people like at 3 o'clock in the morning carrying speakers, crates, turntables, like 10 blocks down.
Just the party went from one spot to another.
To another, but everybody was carrying speakers.
That's
and
that happened a lot.
It was fun.
Like, back when they had jams, back in the day, the cops would come and shut it down because basically you were stealing the electricity. And,
Yeah.
So they were like, no, we're shutting it down. You guys ain't got no permit, blah, blah, blah. No problem. If they put everything, they carry stuff, they went to the next neighborhood, hook it all up. Right, wait till the cops leave, and then boom, the party's back on.
Yeah. That was a great era. There's something that's not going to come back.
Yeah,
No.
We love dancing.
And with you, you're talking maybe the 90s because you're younger than me.
Yeah.
We're talking about the 70s and 80s.
It was just another. We loved what we were doing. Is what it came down to. It wasn't. It wasn't about showboating.
No.
Like I said, a lot of times, what motivated me to do Electric Boogie, it wasn't really the crowd. The crowd was nice. The little pat on the shoulder, nice kid. It's the girls. The girls, man. The girls. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Then the thing
how
is
do
with
you
a
do that,
DJ too.
And that's how I became an instructor.
Even
Well,
with
this is
DJing, the main thing is to get the women dancing.
Yeah.
Because
the women bring the money to the club. Because how? The women bring the men spend the money. Because the women are there. So, there's a chain of command when it comes to that thing. So,
and you got to cater a lot to the women to keep them on a lot to the women.
What they think might be their best 20, 30 records, right? So, but how about if you have some people that want to go there 9 o'clock, but they got to leave by midnight because they got a babysitter. So they didn't get to listen to the best songs because the DJ's waiting between 12 and 4 in the morning to play the really good shit. So how do you accommodate those people that still came to the party? How do you make them happy without running out of songs or running out of, music?
Technically, you can't run out of music.
But I'm talking about you're still making those people happy, and you're not just about that big
you have to test the water
right
with the genre of music you're playing.
So how do you do it?
You play one song,
and
it doesn't kick, you change it up until you grasp the crowd, and then you know
but
what
do you
to
go
play.
according to age? Do you call what kind of people? Because when we were growing up, we went to a hip hop party. We knew it was a hip hop party. You went to a loft party. It was a loft party. Today, you go to a party. You got gentrified kids, the millennials. You got
So you have to.
House. How do you separate it without knowing, or do you know?
You have to learn how to watch the crowd. Because if you don't watch the crowd, then you're just gonna have people scattered, sitting all over the place. It's hard to know, but you just I don't know. I go play one song, and if they grasp it, then you go from there. and you keep building and building it. And this is also the timing of the songs too.
How do you get your music? Where do you get it from?
Uh,
I mean, do you like go home and listen to countless records?
I joined the record pool, so everything that's new, I
Do you know all the
download.
new stuff that comes? Is it commercial or underground? Or
Both.
Okay.
Or on YouTube, go for the. I usually play all the top 40, top 100s because that's what people know.
And you know what makes you great in my eyes, and it's not to take out of your own ear and your own uniqueness, is that you also take requests. You also follow themes, because I know that when we started with you, we said, "Yo, Rob, if you can't do this type of music, I really can't use you. No offense."
When you told me that, I went home and started looking up the Loft Era, Garage. I was on YouTube studying all those old school DJs and what they played before I even got to your party.
I know, because I know you took a bunch of requests.
Yeah.
He went from coming as a guest DJ once every now and then to all of a sudden he's there once a month. And I'm like, once a month?
The first time that I played for 6 hours because the other DJ left. And that was the first time that I played there. And then he was like, come to my next party. Just come show your face. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right. So as soon as I walked in, everybody's like, oh, yo, you playing? I was like, nah, I'm just chilling.
Yeah, but you're playing.
Yeah.
They
didn't care.
No, you're playing.
I was like, you want me to play the next time? Just ask Lorenzo to put me on. And the rest is history. But the request is sometimes it's good and sometimes it could be a pain in the ass.
Why?
Because some people, okay, you got the party hype and somebody comes to a request, say you playing house music, they want you to play a slow jam to slow the party down. I'm not going to do that.
But if it's a wedding, you would.
Yeah. If they're paying, I'll play the Macarena all night if you would.
Weddings are different.
But it's not. It's you have to. When it comes to wedding, you gotta have that played.
Have a list of shit.
Yeah.
A list.
That's a totally different problem.
Well, you always have that one asshole that wants to play DJ and change up the whole mood. I'll be like, I'll get to you. If it's going according to what I'm playing, I'll play it on the spot. But if it's not, hold on to that thought.
Yeah.
But if you see that it's a crowd that's been following you, right, and you're really into your own groove right now, and they come up to you and they say, "Oh, Rob, I've seen you go like this," and even if you don't know the song,
I'll try to get it. Yeah. So if it fits the genre that I'm playing, I'll play it.
Yeah.
If I play, I'll try to do it. But if it's not going to according, hold that song in your head.
So what I noticed, right, like the few parties that I saw you DJ at, you definitely had a ear and a skill for that deep house music. Because I was like listening to what he was playing, and when he really started getting down, I was listening to what he's doing. I'm like, doing my thing, but I'm paying attention. I'm focused on what he's doing, and I can tell that he just brought in those beats, that people like to dance to, that people find their spiritual
soul. They find their soul. That's like makes your hair stand out.
And so we had Tony earlier, and I said, "Yo, we got that DJ over here," and
I seen him. I seen him. He was at the Gaslight. I seen him. But like I said, with the request,
I don't even know what the Gaslight was. That is like gas
it was
No, it was a bar lounge.
Yeah, where was
14th Street, 9th Avenue, Meatpacking District. Big place.
Maybe now.
Right, yeah, brother, and that was.
Oh, that was it. Like,
yeah, one of my dear friends. His name is David Curran. He was one of the owners. There were 4 owners there, and him and I became really, really close friends, and we're still close friends. And he gave me the opportunity to throw my parties there, and they didn't charge me, so I never charged at the door. And then when I started charging at the door, it was only $5 at the door, and it was only to pay the DJ. Because if not, I had to pay them out of pocket, you know. So you pay the DJ, you pay the girl that's taking the money. And so, you know, we had 5, I don't think we ever did party more than 5
No. We had a great time there. I used to love
Was the Gaslight big?
It wasn't big like a club, but for a bar,
it was
very
so
spacious.
comfortable.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
so
very comfortable. Dude.
comfortable.
I
A
got
lot of
videos,
people,
I gotta show you videos.
a lot of people like that.
I'm gonna post up videos as we do this interview. I'm gonna send you videos.
All right.
But it was a great, dude. The parties were amazing because, you know, and it lasted a little over a year. You know, it lasted a little over a year, like a year and a half. And then, you know, like everything else that died. Not that.
And you were rocking it with a sponge in your head?
Yeah.
Spun the whole sponge. But what happened is, you know, the Gaslight closed down and we couldn't do the parties there. And then, you know, me, and at the time I was doing that with Range Productions, which is Hiram Cruz, Paul Cruz. We were doing it together. And, dude, it was really, 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 really.
Yeah, it was real nice.
It was really nice. We had a lot of the house heads come, the young kids come, and they loved vibing with us old guys. You know, I had he's a house teacher, Cricket from House Nation. He came. We had a couple of the other DJs play. Oh my God, what's his name? I feel so embarrassed that I forgot his name. The other one that plays for me all the time.
I forgot his name.
So now you have a large range of speakers and.
No, I just carry.
Oh, look at it! He's got his equipment there.
I don't go that big because my car ain't that big, so I just technically got 2 subs and 2 tops.
But the beauty is that even
and it's quality. I could bring out quality.
Yeah, but if they hire you for a club, they have their own equipment.
Yeah.
You gotta do is bring your laptop and your other shit.
Yeah,
It's easy.
that's it.
Yeah.
But
most clubs are already equipped for DJs to come with their laptop.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. You know, back in the day, it wasn't like that.
Yeah, you had to bring your own turntable.
But what he has, you see how he blows it. This
No, it sounds good. It sounds good.
Yeah.
Music sounds good. So, you know, and I actually got some recording last time for your birthday. I recorded you a little bit, you know, DJing a little bit of sound.
No, I try. I'm not the greatest DJ, you know.
So I'm
out here. I just love seeing people dance to when I'm
when
playing
you say
music.
that you're not the greatest DJ, why are you comparing yourself to
No,
this?
because people be like, "Oh, you're the greatest." I'm like, "No, I'm just."
Yeah, bro, you're
you know,
someone that listens to the people that want
you have to. You have to.
Because I know DJs, bro, and I'll never mention that
They play for themselves.
These DJs play music for themselves, bro. And you know, when it comes to that, bro, if the crowd ain't dancing, then why are you DJing?
Yeah, no, and again, I've gone to several events. I even seen events on YouTube. I look at the events, and you know, the music sucked. I don't know. I can't put it in all the word. It's just the sound is horrible. And I get it that you
because they no, it's like they feel like the louder the music is,
Yeah, but sometimes
the better.
is not good.
You have those DJs that talk every 30 seconds on
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, that's horrible.
on the thing.
I hate
You got other DJs that cut off the song.
Yeah. All right, they don't play
long enough.
Yeah.
So,
Or
you
guys
know,
that just want that hard bass. Meanwhile, the
Yeah.
bass distorts everything else.
yeah.
Yeah,
listen to the
I
rest
keep
of the
saying that, you know, I always, the sound is key to everything. You can be the worst DJ, but if your sound is
No, you
good,
can be the worst. It's not even the sound that is good.
It's good.
If you know your music.
Right, but if
Because you don't have to
on
blend
the
anything.
reverse.
Like
On the reverse,
this
if the
guy
sound,
Tony was saying,
That
Dave
Mancuso
Mancuso never mixed,
he
but
never
he
mixed.
knew his
the
music.
sound was good.
Yeah, but
Right.
he
But he
you
also
got to
knew
know
his
his
music.
music.
So
Yeah,
he
yeah,
brought a new
complete
genre of music.
Music, yeah.
technician, if you want to call him a technician, a complete technician knows everything, understands the sound, understands the
Well, you-
But not
understands
everybody knows
exactly.
that.
Yeah, but you as a DJ, when you set up, I've seen you set up and then you walk and you listen to your shit
Yeah,
to see what's coming
No,
from.
it
Yeah,
sounds
you have
good.
to. You have to.
You have to listen to. That's what Tony was saying.
have to.
Dave Mancuso. He used to sit there. He knew that the strings were coming from there.
You gotta
Bass was
you gotta
coming from
tune
there.
everything.
The flute and like you know when you have a surround sound and you first listen, you hear just the raindrops right here. Dave Mancuso fucking
Correct.
sound, bro.
Because you gotta remember back in the days when they were recording, everything was not recorded in one thing.
Right.
So
Everything
you got
was
one sound coming from the left side, And then you got the other one coming from the right
But
side.
you have to know what's coming.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to know your songs. Because you have to be able to go,
Just like,
this is coming from here or from here.
I think, what was it, La Murga? You listen to it in a good sound system, you can tell what sound's coming out from here and what, because everything's recorded left or right. It was left or
And
right.
you study the music like that? That's what you do?
No, I didn't study it. I learned everything on my own.
No, I'm saying, like saying...
It's called pan. It's called pan.
Right.
So we put the sound to the left with
What I'm trying to say is, you know you got a jam coming up next week, right? You already know your crowd. Do you listen to your own music? Like, would you just put some headphones on and listen to you? I think that's something I would do. I'm not saying that you would do that, but I'm just saying that was something I would listen to it and try to pick up all those sounds and see how I'm gonna mix it into other music.
well, it's not hard for me because you're just going by the beat, and then you blend it in through the beat. So you got to do your count.
Well, right, the beat. But how about strings? How about voices? And if you've seen a few documentaries that I've been in, I always speak about the difference back then in comparison to today. That today the kids, they dance to the beat. Back in the day, the beat could be going, but we'd be like this.
Yeah, but they're not listening to
the voice. You know,
in this era they don't do that.
No, but that's what he's asking you. Do you listen not just to the beat because you got to mix it in at 16 beats, 20 beats per minute, 12 beats per minute? Do you listen to the whole song and go, that whole song is going to make sense with this next mix?
I listen to the whole song. I try to find the right break to bring in the other song.
Right.
But I listen to I got thousands of songs.
Yeah, because obviously not everyone's going to be the same.
And I the way I do things is like I listen to the whole song because I have a way I gotta capitalize everything.
Right.
So I can find it. So I have to listen to it. It's taken me years to do that.
I'm not a DJ, I never been a DJ.
But I try to.
But I did dance. And I listened to music as a dancer. And I'm saying, when I ask the question, I ask that question from the perspective of a dancer. Because as a dancer, you are listening to not just the beat, but everything else in that.
Well, you have to.
The words, like Mexican, like, man, you're listening to that. You're listening to that high pitch of that lady, and you put yourself into that Latin Mexican, bubble where you feel like you that jibaro from Mexico, and you just break it out.
No.
And it
That was
wasn't.
a rock song.
Yeah.
That was a rock song, bro.
Yeah, but that's how we
technically,
interpret it
me as a DJ, I put myself into the dancer. I want to hear this. I would like to hear this.
But do you enjoy watching people dance?
Yes, I love it, especially when the whole dance floor is full.
Yeah.
And then when you catch them with the right song at the right time, they be like, "Oh shit!"
Have you ever had a moment where everybody sat down and you were like, "Oh shit"?
Yeah, I had parties like that. No, but I had. No, it's not even that. You had parties like that where nobody dances, but you gotta keep playing it.
Well, how do you figure out the theme? How do you figure it out?
So there's no figuring out.
Have you ever had to be the one to go, "Yo, come here for a second. What's going on? What are they like?"
No, the thing is, like, I have parties, people just talking. They just want to talk. And they just want to listen to listening music.
And I'm going to say nowadays.
They're not dancers. I had a baby shower that I was playing the music so low.
And that's it.
To me, it annoys me to hear the crowd talking.
Good.
So I always want to crank. Yeah, I want to hear it. But they paid me for it, so.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's true, though.
It's more of a listening, talking party. So you
One
gotta
thing
keep
about
those.
the 70s, 80s, and 90s is that DJs were playing for people to dance. Today, it's people are playing for people to listen.
All for themselves.
All for themselves. Yeah, they're not
Yeah,
doing that.
I hate the fact that a lot of guys they tweak the beats for the views rather than play the music for the dancers. Because I get it. It gotten so bad that if you play a certain song and you throw it on YouTube, YouTube will block it.
Oh, Facebook doing it now.
For copyrights.
They blocking a lot of DJs for that.
And you're not making money. These are free.
It's promotional.
These are just people promoting themselves. Everything.
Promoting themselves and the artist.
Well, back in the day, the reason why they blocked this is because if they thought you were making money, how could they not? And fairly so.
Yeah.
But today, you're DJing for free.
Practice.
Everybody's doing this for free, and these fucking companies are idiots because, bro, if anything,
they're blocking their money.
No, but right, because people that
you
never
don't
heard
know
your song now might go out and buy your fucking song, upload and stream whatever the fuck it is.
Yes.
From these free DJs.
I get frustrated.
That's why
I do a little BS video. I'm not making no money on it. I ain't getting 1 million views because they control that anyway. But they'll mute me because there's copyright. RCA. I have to argue. Yeah. No, because I have to argue. You have to argue. I just find it ridiculous. Really?
Yeah. They block me all the time. They mute my
video at best.
all the time. That's why I don't even go live no more. Like it's not even. You're gonna have a video up and then.
It kills.
But what's the
argument
that you don't own the rights? That's the argument.
Yeah, it kills the new generation because they're so connected through social media that they're not getting that. Like there was a song by the Treacherous Three. Some people say, "Who's that song? Who plays that?" Like you don't know who the Treacherous Three is because a lot of it gets blocked.
Mm-hmm. It's all copyrights.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, man, stop that.
You literally have to go through a site,
and
they tell you which songs are blocked or not. But who the hell is gonna go through all of that?
So, Rob, let me ask you another question. Where do you see this whole? Because truth be told, bro, back in the day, DJs were almost like dinosaurs because either you were good or you had the money to buy equipment, right? Because I remember I didn't have the money.
I didn't have the money either.
If it would have been for Baby, Baby was a street player, bro. He spent thousands of dollars back then. Where today, with $500, you buy equipment.
And you got to be careful with that because the sound that's going to come out of that $500
doesn't matter. I'm talking about just people
sound like
doing
shit.
it anyway. Right.
But now everybody a DJ because everything's Bluetooth.
But not even that, bro. My point is that today I buy a laptop with those two little things, with a little thing, and then you can go anywhere that's already equipped and just plug your shit in and play. So how do you feel, or where do you see it going down the line? Because I personally know a couple guys that just started DJing literally less than a year ago. And what's today's date? Today's the 3rd of October 2020.
Yeah.
Literally a few months ago. And these guys, bro, they're hiring them in Miami. Only because, number one, the COVID. Because now these house parties and these parties are becoming more popular. But these kids, bro, they know nothing. They're getting this on Instagram and YouTube, and they're becoming DJs.
Oh, well, you got
so
a lot of
them.
them.
To the DJs that have,
No, it's not fair. But now you got a lot of these top name DJs that are making millions and millions. They do presets because how you mixing, right? And you in front of the turntables. And yet the blend is coming in, and you jumping up and down, and the blend's coming in, and the next song's coming in.
Yeah.
So everything.
These are the guys that are making the
millions,
$50 million.
Wasn't it? Remember?
There was one that
started coming back around. He drove by a couple of places in here in Brooklyn. He telling me they pay about $60, $70 to go in.
Oh yeah, in Williamsburg.
Yeah,
there was DJs for $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a night.
They had one DJ canceled the show because he lost his flashcards. So he couldn't.
And then they had a thing in the Bronx, in Randall's Island, that it was like maybe 4 or 5 days.
Oh yeah. They make money. Yeah.
And $1 million is fucking easy.
And to go, and depending on where you go, because they break it down in sections, it was like about $150 to $250.
But you know what's sad about that?
I'm not paying that kind of money.
These are not even. They weren't even DJs. These people. Most of them.
Now it's techno.
Technicians. They became DJs, but it's so unfair to the guys like the Bobby Morales, little Luis Vega, all these guys that have been playing for the last 40, 50 years, they're still doing these shows for $5,000, $3,000, $2,000. Then you got these fucking maricones, bro, selling out stadiums.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's like 3-4 days.
Getting $1 million.
You got like these techno hippies or whatever you call them, you know, and they camp out there.
Yeah, the thing is,
like,
them dudes produce their own music also, so that's where they're making money too.
Dude, the DJs that I know, like yourself,
like making these songs is not
I tell
hard.
you, one of the DJs that
It's not hard because I can make techno. I can make any genre of music there is.
I was talking
without
to
a
one of my
hesitation.
boys, Sammy from the Incredible Breakers. Sammy's been a DJ for a very long time. Now, he doesn't really DJ that much. He DJs at home. He still breaks out his crates and his vinyls, and that's how he DJs.
dude, how do you think my boy is?
And he's freaking awesome. Like you don't
Oh, listen,
It's hard.
and I hate to say
I tried playing on the turntable, and that shit is hard. I can play on the new Reigns, but on regular vinyl is
he broke out the vinyl.
because I don't have them,
Boom.
and it's hard for me.
They're hard to
My
get.
friend got them, but I'm not gonna go to his house every day to go practice. So.
Look at, I forgot to mention, I'm sorry, Joe Lopez. He's, you know, not only did he own his own vinyl store back in the day, he DJ'd with us. He's with Range Productions and
I met Joe.
King. So yeah, Joe.
He's phenomenal.
So Joe Hiram, and Paul Cruz. These guys are motherfucking vinyl techs. These guys are techs.
Those are dinosaurs.
These are the guys that, bro, you go to Paul's house and Hiram's garage, bro, it's thousands of vinyl records.
And they know where each record is at.
And they know where every fucking record is. They know what the name of every song and every fucking beat to that particular. You go, yo, remember the beat to the? Oh yeah, right there. Kakada. So these guys, so those are, like you said, dinosaurs. You can't find those guys. And so
that's
guys
hard.
that should be making the millions of dollars.
Absolutely.
Bro, they've earned their stripes. They put their blood, sweat, and tears into it. And poor guys are still doing, listen,
It's hard. It's not easy.
and they're not even doing it for the money.
And then it's funny now because when you tell somebody hi, you tell them the price, they be like, "Oh,
yeah,
that's too much."
Well, you heard Tony say that the DJ that he knows he'll pay $300 for a vinyl record if it's the right run. And my point was that these guys should be making so much more money. But the love that they have for their community and the love that they love to still play, well, these guys make no money. Matter of fact, they lose money because they're throwing their
and that's the story.
They lose money.
That's the story that I spoke to, a boy Rubber Band, and he's very well connected in Florida, and he's neighbors to Charlie Chase. Charlie Chase lives in Florida, and he was telling me that same story. Like Charlie Chase, he still makes money, but he's not making the money that these people are making in these stadiums. Like, and Charlie Chase is one of the original DJs. One of the original DJs go back to the early 70s, talking 72.
Yeah, but that's hip-hop.
Right. One thing.
Charlie Chase played it all.
But one thing
Don't get
that
it twisted.
Yeah, but it was still in the hip-hop genre because it was project music from the project. So
Well, that's where
we were
he came
listening,
from.
Right, so we were all listening to that.
Right.
that
Yeah,
type of music.
but Charlie Chase would still go to a club and rock a club. He'll definitely rock a club. I'm telling you right now, Charlie Chase is no joke. Because not only that he was doing projects, but back in those days, they were filling high schools. They were filling high schools up. And yes, most of it was hip hop, but that was the thing back then. And then, but he does, I heard Charlie Chase. Charlie Chase got all kind, but again, he's not making $500,000. Like these people from Europe, basically.
and you got to keep up with the times.
I know that's
A lot of DJs don't keep up with the times.
Yeah, but I'm biased to that. And I know I'm biased and I'm prejudiced to moving forward. And don't get me wrong, and it's me personally, because I don't like most of the music that I hear today. Very rare do I sit down and go, oh my God. Now there's a few.
They got a few songs
There's a few songs that I read.
great.
But in comparison to when we went out, you went to a club, you like the 8 out of 10 songs made your hair stand up.
Yeah.
Where today, it's 1 out of every 100 or 200, maybe even more, that I can sit there and go, maybe it's a generation thing. You know, like I was telling Tony earlier that you know, when you went to the 30s, the people did the hop, and then the 40s, then the 50s, rock and roll, the 60s, Motown. And I think God made us a certain way to fit into the certain time zone that we're living in, which you're right. And this is why I'm, in a sense, biased to a lot of the music. The new music,
you know,
I like it. And
if you rock in the crowd, you can sneak that in there. You got to sneak the right song at the right time. Once you get them, keep it moving.
Yeah, but you know what
But you can't get stuck on it.
What do you mean? But bro, let's keep it moving. Let's keep doing what we do.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
coming
coming.
down, brother.
Thank you for your patience today, bro.
No problem.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yo, Start a Boogie, where the truth will always be told, brother. Will always be told.
Hallelujah.
I want to be. Will always be told. No, thank you for listening to us. Thank you for coming by. And we hope that we can still catch you guys listening to us and enjoying us. We really, really